Our first recipient of the Young Alumni Achievement Award is Dr. Tiffany Hamilton, who graduated from UND in 2006, with degrees in biology and pre-health. Upon graduation, Tiffany commissioned into the U.S. Air Force to attend medical school at the Uniformed Services University of Health Sciences. She says she joined the Air Force because of strong military roots of her family. She then completed residency in pediatrics at the San Antonio Military Medical Center. While there, she volunteered for 2 medical mission trips to Mongolia, where she evaluated more than 2,000 people for heart disease each trip and performed many surgeries. Tiffany's first job attending was for the Air Force in Misawa, Japan. She was quickly granted the position of medical director of inpatient pediatrics, where she instituted new programs and methods to help treat children of militaries overseas. After her time in Japan was complete, she returned to Joint Base Andrews in Maryland, where she served as the medical director of the pediatric clinic for 5 years. She eventually left the Air Force, completed 3 years of training, and now a pediatric cardiologist at Oklahoma Children's Hospital in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. The hospital was ranked in the top 50 pediatric cardiology in 2002 and 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. The cardiology team performs more than 500 surgeries each year with an open heart surgery survival rate of 98.8%. Tiffany, for your service to our country, giving your time and treasure to serve those in need, and providing children in your care with the highest of care. Please come forward to accept your Young Alumni Achievement.
All right, thank you so much. I am so honored to accept this award tonight. I actually almost didn't answer the phone when Deanna called because, an unknown phone number now. But I am so glad I answered it, and I am extremely humbled by this honor and to be in the company of these other stellar award winners. It is also so great to be back at UND for homecoming. As a 3-year Telesis member, which I don't think Telesis exists anymore, I helped plan 3 homecomings, and in my final year, I was homecoming chair, so this is a very special time of the year for me. And wow, so much has changed. As a student, I was a campus tour guide, but now it all looks very, very different. I am looking forward to a walking tour tomorrow from my good friend Karina, who is also here tonight, and to see all of the latest updates. But I digress. I was told to come up with a few words to say tonight, and at first, I was very perplexed. I didn't feel like I had any grand plans, nor that my life turned out a certain way because of these theoretical plans, but rather my life and my paths have been a series of just following where the road leads to next. A woman by the name of Susan Gale said, "Life is a series of unexplained events, unplanned laughter, unexpected tears, occasional sorrows, and overwhelming joy." And this is exactly what my life has been, and in thinking back, what I have embraced. This unexpected path started when I was looking for colleges. While I had no idea where I wanted to go, the one thing I did know early on was that I wanted to go to medical school and become a doctor. And family didn't really have an alma mater that was appealing to me. My mom was interested in a lot of artistic things, and my dad went to West Point. These were not my dreams. I had originally planned to stay close to home in the Twin Cities, but after touring a few colleges near Fargo and Moorhead, I said to my dad, "Hey, the University of North Dakota is only about an hour north of Fargo. My friend toured there and she really liked it. Maybe we should stop by." Fortunately, my dad said, "Sure, why not?" So we made the 1-hour trip up from Fargo, and it just so happened to be homecoming weekend. I am pretty sure we got the last hotel room available. This was very random, very unexpected, and was the start of an amazing life path. And it was exactly what I was looking for as a college experience. The campus was walkable, it had sports I could cheer for, and it was not too big. Think University of Minnesota. And it just seemed to be the right fit. My 4 years at UND were the years I grew the most in my life. I was a shy girl throughout childhood, and UND helped to discover myself, and I truly believe it helped to shape me into the person I am today. I met so many of my best friends here, some of whom are here with me tonight, and it also threw those unexpected experiences at me. I got my first B, which cost years, and taught me that not everything comes easy in life. And I learned that while I thought I had my schedule towards graduation figured out, it was the unique accidents that allowed me to expand my classes to include photography and ballroom dancing. I also signed up for different clubs and organizations, and these experiences taught me how to be a true leader rather than a manager in life. These experiences then eventually led me to the next fork in my road. And I was almost done at UND and needed to decide what medical schools to apply to. There were so many options, and I was looking everywhere because I knew it was so difficult to get in. And this is where my grandfather came in, a retired Air Force pilot whose 2 sons both joined the Army. He was hoping someone would join the Air Force. And he started to frequently bring up the idea that the military needed doctors. He said that alongside pilots, they were the other profession that was very respected, and he continued to try to sell this idea, saying they offered full scholarships as well. And in turn kept telling him that the military was not what I wanted to do with my life. And not my life path, Grandpa. I wanted to be a doctor. Well, spoiler, he ended up being right. While looking through medical school options, I ran across information for the military's medical school, otherwise known as the Uniformed Services University, which paid for all of your studies and gave you a salary of a second lieutenant in the military during your 4 years of school. Well, this started to sound a lot more appealing to me. I then applied and got offered an interview. I was able to stay with my old UND college roommate in Washington, D.C., and got to experience the city with her, and my interview there was phenomenal. Everyone was so nice, welcoming, not uptight, and honestly, it just felt right. And the librarian there even told me as I was leaving, "You'll be here this fall. I'll look for you this fall." And needless to say, this life, this military, this plan I was so against, was the next thing I said yes to. And upon graduation from medical school, I chose a residency in pediatrics. Through many years in school, I always said I did not want to move to San Antonio, Texas. For my residency program, as there were so many medical school graduates there, but my brother ended up moving there, and I again changed my mind. And upon graduating from residency, it was time to decide where my next duty station would be. We could place up to 20 places on our list, and I filled all 20 spots up because I did not know where exactly I wanted to go. None of those spots included Japan. When the time came to find out where we were going, all of my friends received an email, and I did not. I finally had to call our assignments officer to ask. While on the phone, he told me I would be going to Misawa, Japan. I was speechless. It was half a world away from my family and friends, which was a scary curve in the road I had planned. This was going to be a long 2 years. However, this unexpected turn forever changed my life. While in Japan, I was given the job of inpatient medical director of pediatrics to make decisions on how we would care for and treat pediatric patients while in the middle of nowhere, Japan. And even more surprisingly, I met my future husband there. And no, he is not Japanese. The 2 years I thought would be a wash turned out to be some of the best in my life. We then returned to the U.S., and I needed to complete my military commitment. I knew I ultimately wanted to be a cardiologist. Through medical school, residency, and even experiences in Japan, this specialty was my dream. I was not able to initially train in this, though, through the military, but I thought about it again when my time commitment was coming to an end. My husband encouraged me to apply for a civilian fellowship, and while I felt too old, I knew I couldn't let the dream go unless I tried everything. And I ended up getting matched at Phoenix Children's Hospital and completing completed training last summer in 2023. Upon graduating there, my family and I chose to move to Oklahoma, where my husband is from and where his family still is, which is exactly where I told my husband I would never move to. We've been there for over a year now, and I can't imagine living anywhere else. Raising my kids with their cousins, living in a Midwest-like town, doing what I always wanted to do is a dream. It is not the expected path I had dreamed of when I was in high school, planning my life. It was a series of unexplained events, unplanned laughter, unexpected tears, occasional sorrows, and overwhelming joy that got me here. So with that, I just encourage everyone to accept what is unplanned. And to my parents, my husband, my children, my friends, for always encouraging me when the path did not go as planned. And thank you to the Alumni Foundation for this very unplanned and very special award.